Hello everybody, Mr. Storm here, and today we're going to be starting up the new leg of the Horse Lord Mega Campaign in Europa Universalis IV. So we have converted our save file over, and we will be continuing playing as the Bulgar Empire. Now, as you may or may not be aware, I posted a video earlier where I described that I was having some technical issues with getting the game operational because the Crusader Kings 2 Plus mod that I was using in CK2 isn't entirely compatible with the converter, so there were a few bits and pieces that weren't quite working right. And one of the big ones was the government mechanics in the game. And I was able to figure that out and get that fixed. It involved spending a few hours mucking about in the save file, figuring out what piece of information was missing for my empire that defined its government, and fixing that, which I was able to do. So if we go to government reforms, we now have proper government reforms. So, you know, we no longer have any problems here. We're now an empire. We still have no ruler title, unfortunately, but that is less an issue than the fact that, well, the entire government system was broken. So that should be fixed. Hopefully there won't be any other problems moving forward, but at least the immediate issues are done, and we can go ahead and get started. Now, it has been quite a long time since I played this game, and I am not, like, anywhere near, like, an expert at this. So, be prepared for me to make mistakes, not know things that I could potentially be doing, and that sort of thing. So I am completely open to suggestions and any assistance that you might want to provide in the comments. So that is that. So let's go ahead and run through here and at least get the initial setup going, see where we're at, and then start moving forward. Alright, first thing we need to do is we need to set some rivals. We have Byzantium. Yes, we're going to rival them. We're going to set France. Sure, France. France has no army. France has no army. That doesn't seem entirely right. But their navy is strong. Alright, and Ayudas? The Nazrites. Ayudas is these guys down here. I think the Nazrites would make more sense since we have an actual border with them. So we'll go with them. There we go. Alright, we have provincial unrest in a whole bunch of areas. That is not entirely unexpected. I'm actually going to spend the points to boost my stability to 1 point. It may be a bad idea to do that right away, but we're just going to go ahead and do that. I usually don't spend points to boost stability beyond +1. Hopefully we'll get some events to allow us to boost stability for free beyond +1, but usually I don't go any higher than that. To free advisor slots, I'm not going to look at that quite yet. I can build castles in a bunch of places. We're not going to worry about that just yet. National decisions are available. Oh, let's see. Black shamanism. Encourage divination. Introduce vision quests. Religious sacrifices. Oh, well, there's a stability cost modifier minus 20%. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, we're going to take it. Rite of Passage, stability cost modifier +5, but we just took a minus 20, so we'll take the half a point of yearly prestige. Encourage divination, national unrest -1, stability cost +5, that's fine. And missionary strength +2%, yes. There we go. We can do provincial conversion. So we have a few provinces that we need to convert. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. Tolerance of heretics. -3. Tolerance of heathen beliefs. Tolerance of the true faith. Our legitimacy is 0. Really? Well, that's not great. Hopefully we can fix that. Alright, we can make states. Very well. Actually, let's... We'll probably want to make states out of the core territories first. Rather than just letting the game just randomly do it. So... Those guys can be a state. These guys can be a state. Can only have 20 states, and we already have that. Okay, that's... We're going to have to see if we can get to where we can have more states. Alright, that's fine. How is our economy looking? We're at -4. Alright. Well, we have a lot of forts. We probably don't need anywhere near this many forts. So we probably don't need the fort here. Because the border is pretty well fortified, because we have a fort here, a fort here, a fort there, a fort there. And those guys are all on rivers. Memel's fortified. That's fortified. These guys are all on rivers. Do I need forts here and here? They are coastal areas, which can help defend against naval invasions. But I probably don't need one here. Get rid of that one. We definitely do not need this many forts over here. Like this guy, we don't need that fort. Get rid of that. That's fine. That one's probably fine. Fort there, that's good. Protecting the Caucasus. So I don't think you can actually... No, you can't traverse there. So this blocks entrance there. This blocks entrance there. So that is good. I should probably use a fort down here. So... where would we want to do it? Probably here. Local development cost plus 50%. Build a fort. There you go. We don't need two. Let's get rid of this one. We probably don't need that fort. There we go. That one's fine. I'm not sure how many of these, like, interior forts we're going to need, but we'll leave them. How is that looking now? Plus 6, 7. One other thing we could do, at least for the time being, is just go ahead and mothball the forts. There we go. They'll all come back online in the event we go to war. Alright, so that's good. Now what does it look like? There. Plus 17. There we go. Now we're talking. So that means we can actually afford to bring in some advisors. I don't want to go hog wild. National unrest -2, yes. Spy network construction, diplomatic reputation, improve relations. Diplomatic reputation, we'll go with you. And national manpower modifier, reinforce speed. Land force limit. Say reinforce speed. 10, 9, 11. That's pretty good for points. Alright. Now, diplomacy. I think we want to, let's see. Who can we offer alliances to? We can offer alliances to a lot of people. I would say we would probably want Kiev. Confirm. We must wait a day. Okay, so let's go ahead and wait a day. There we go. Duma needs analysis of their rival. There we go. Alright, Norland. Alright, we need to wait another day. There we go. Synthetic Dawn. What? They came from the sky in immense metal vessels larger than a city. The slaughter began as soon as they disembarked. Unfeeling monsters covered entirely in armor with no discernible flesh or blood exterminated all in their path. The synthetic invasion has begun. What? Is this some sort of interaction with Stellaris? Gain humiliate rival, casts belly against Byzantium, France, Nasrides. Alright. Alright, and then Mongolia. Yes, we'll do an alliance with you guys. Alright. Let's just kind of speed up a little bit. I don't want to run too fast right now. Let's see. Offer vassalization, proclaim guarantee. I do want to vassalize. Can I? I can. We need to have a military alliance, which we do. We need to have a relation of plus 190. Okay, we're at plus 75 right now. Mongolia is now considered a great power. Byzantium is in a golden era. Mazovia has embraced feudalism. Poland has embraced feudalism. Okay, so what we're going to want to do, we got to get to, like, what, December. You know, improve relations. We'll send that up there. What's this? Royal marriage from Norland. Yes. Okay, I probably want to do a royal marriage with Kiev as well. Alright, new Empress Consort. 635. Nice. Great. I haven't even looked at our ruler yet. I'll do a royal marriage with Mongolia as well. Great. Yep. They actually offered it at the same time we did. Okay. So, that's good. We need to start building a spy network. Where do we want to try to expand ourselves first? Well, we have a few initial goals. One is to continue expanding in Scandinavia. And take care of, to begin to absorb all of that. I want to begin pushing across Northern Europe, which means pushing into the Holy Roman Empire. Which, there are 24 princes. Actors. Imperial Authority is 19.77. Don't. It's changing minus 0.11 every day. We could dismantle them. We just need to conquer enough of them, I think. Alright. So, how many diplomats? We have 1 diplomat available out of 3. Okay, we're going to have another guy back on the 25th of February. Alright, so Norway, we're going to begin building a spy network there. And then we're going to begin building a spy network in Byzantium. Because the other thing we want to do is humble Byzantium. We want to knock off some chunks and see what we can do there. Speaking of military, what does our army look like? We have a 29,000 force there. 27k force there that is taking attrition. Supply limit 16, 14, 12, 16, 21, 12, 21. Okay, we can't maintain an army of that size. We're going to have to split it up. That's fine. And I thought I saw some armies. Yep, we have some armies here. Let's gather them together. And what does our fleet look like? We have 22 ships. Which we have 7 galleys and 12 transports. Probably want to separate those galleys from the transports. And we have 3 light ships. Okay, light ships. You, I want you to protect trade. Ooh. The Baltic Sea trade node. We'll do that. Speaking of trade, we completely own the entire Novgorod trade node. Do we... We don't own the entire Kiev trade node, but we're pretty close. We control a lot of the Baltic Sea trade node. Merchants. Okay. Rasat Arslan is transferring trade power in Kazan. And Tuk, that guy, is transferring trade power in Kiev. Okay, so Kiev transferring trade power. Transferring trade power. Those actually pretty good. And because this is going to be our home node, we are collecting what? We're collecting 14.67 ducats out of that node. Alright, good. We might want another merchant so we can collect out of this node. Because a bunch of stuff is flowing out here. But we'll look into that at some point. Heir to the throne. We have a new heir. Keratin. A 531. Yeah. Well, 5... What is that? Admin power. It's not bad. Alright. So, speaking of that, what is our current... Oh, that's Byzantium. Oh, no. Government. Our government. Court. Alright, our current ruler is a 656. That's really good. Okay. Our heir is 531. Emperor's consort 635. Tactical genius. Entrepreneur. Alright. Oh, let's look through some things here. Technology 444. Well, we need to get to 444. We might need to tech up pretty. Alright, what about our ideas? Ah, yes, our ideas. So, we have Oguz Turk ideas, which means we have Steppe Warriors, Cavalry Combat Ability plus 33%, Concubinage, Chance of New Heir plus 50%, Military Tradition, Morale of Armies plus 10%, Trade Contracts, Trade Efficiency, Domestic Trade Power, that's very nice, Encourage Local Trades, National Unrest -1, Production Efficiency plus 10%, Ruthless Tributes, National Tax Modifier plus 10%, and Conscription, National Manpower Modifier plus 15%. Alright, so that's good. Build the force limit. Okay, we may be able to do that. What is our force limit, by the way? 98. Naval force limit's only 26? Alright, we probably are going to want more galleys. We're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Yeah, that'll work. Alright, what are we looking at here? Your army, excluding artillery, cannot be comprised of more than 75% cavalry. You have suffered the insufficient support penalty, causing additional losses in combat, with owning and maintaining of a horse being expensive. Rotating the mounted warriors, elite of any army. Alright, so we can actually have 75% of our army being cavalry, which I want. I want that. I know it's like not optimized, but we're horses. That's what we are. So we're gonna have a massive cavalry army. Okay, so what do we have here? 19 and 10. Let's actually split this army. Alright, so I think we want kind of like a standardized composition for our armies, I'm thinking. And it all is going to be dependent on... I don't know how much we're going to want to spend to dev our provinces, since we have so many of them. Speaking of, what is... Oh, yeah, we're looking at, like, what? Supply limit 15, 18... Probably 20,000 men in an army would be a good number. And it would also be, I think, a good idea to maintain multiples of 3. So 2/3 of 12 is 8, right? There we go. So we'll bring this up to 12. 1, 2, 3, and then bring this up to 8. Bring up to 12, bring up to 8. Not enough manpower. Okay. Our maximum is 61,000 manpower. Okay. So that's pretty good. No possible buildings. National Harbor. Natural Harbor. Coastal Center Trade. Makes sense. Mongolia started to influence nation on Kangai. Kangai's opinion of Mongolia. Okay. We're at the 125 there. Will these guys vassalize? Negative 1080. They don't like us because we own Kievian core provinces. Okay. So Kiev will not vassalize. That's fine. We can have them as an ally. But what I want to do is I want to vassalize Norland, and then I want to eventually diplo-annex them. It's kind of my eventual plan. Enneades has failed in their holy duties, and doomsday is now upon them. The Aztecs. All of their subject states have broken away, and their nation is greatly weakened. Okay. Ask for military access. Carinthia is requesting military access from us. Accepting will allow them in our territory. They are at war with Tlemcen. No. No. Where is that? Ugh, what a mess this is. Carinthia. There, I think. Ally with France. Current war. The lure of easy money. A number of economic investors have approached our ruler, Keraton II, asking for the right to develop one of the areas under our control. They would pay a lump sum for the right to extract revenue from our lands, and it would then be up to them to collect the money in our stead. The investors are quick to point out that it is in their interest to invest in local infrastructure to increase the chances they will make more than the sum they have paid for the right to our area. I know a good deal when I see one. We get a bunch of ducats. One of two options will happen. We lose entrepreneur and get greedy. We get reckless economic policies. Local goods produced minus. Local tax modifier minus. 80% chance we get growing businesses. Local goods produced for a year with a reduction. Better plant states, we lose prestige. You know what? We'll roll the dice on that. We'll roll the dice. Sure. What do you want? You want... Norway wants military... No, no, no. Certainly not. Why do you want military access? Who are you at war with? You're at war with Tlemcen as well. Where is Tlemcen? I can't remember where they are. Bohemia. Saxons agreed to share their maps of North Atlantic with Byzantium. Okay. Gotland has agreed to share the maps of West Africa. West Africa with Byzantium. Alright, we're starting to get our new ships. We're going with galleys because this is all considered an inland sea. So if we do any fighting out here, we're going to want galleys. We're going to eventually want a Black Sea fleet as well. But we're going to need to expand. Whoa. Ah, okay. There we are. There they are. on the North African coast. Okay, they are at war with Norway, Mazovia, France, Gwynedd, and Carinthia. No, we're not giving you military access. So, I don't think they're going to last very long. Norway has declared war upon the new enemy Norway. They cite conquest as their casus belli. So this Norway is going to war with that Norway. Okay. I'm thinking I want to get in on some of this. We're going to want to move... Let's see. What's the ledger? Military, armies... Norway. Right? Norway. Which Norway is this? I think it's this Norway. They have 7,000 men, 8,600 manpower. Their force limit is 8. Alright. What is the full, can I maintain an army there? Has a mothballed fort. Can I bring that fort online? Jim has agreed to share the maps of the North Atlantic. Okay. Alright, is there anything up here that increases... the supply limit? Garrison growth, feudalism... Well, we can move an army there. National epic. Our subjects have taken to telling tales and legends about an old ruler. The legends say that in Bulgar Empire's darkest hour, he will return to our nation and deliver it from evil. Regardless of the truth in that statement, we could use this in our propaganda. We love a good story. We lose some admin power and some ducats, giving yearly prestige +1. Sure, we can spend some power and some ducats. No big deal. It's not letting me go up to 8. I don't know why. Very well. Aztecs have failed in their duties and doomsday is now upon them again. Alright, that's interesting. See, these guys have gone up to 8. Our diplomat in Byzantium has been discovered building a spy network. Ah, that's unfortunate. Alright, but I think we're probably at a good spot to go ahead and end the first episode. Request to share your maps of Central Asia. I will take the prestige, sure. We need something to get us some legitimacy. That's not great. I mean, it's going to increase over time. But I really want to get that up. Alright, but we're going to go ahead. We're going to end it here. And then we're going to keep working when we come back. Maybe eventually end up at war with Norway. We'll see how that goes. See if we can't get a war under our belt. Yeah, we can probably bring some of these armies up to strength. And we'll see how it goes. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.